Friday morning, everyone. It is an extremely cool 46 degrees in northwestern Wisconsin. The skies are gray, but looking ahead towards Eau Claire, where I'm headed, it looks as though the skies are opening up a wee bit. I see blue. Entering into some construction right now, 55 miles an hour, so I have to behave, mind my P's and Q's. The Schneider eggs are up, so the traffic pattern appears to be going on the other side. I hope that they finish before the season, only because I don't want these people to be out here in the cold weather. Someone was saying on the social media that we're supposed to be getting, in northwestern Wisconsin, we are supposed to be getting snow in September. Be still my heart. I hope not. I'm not a big snow lover, that's for sure. But, wow, we have a very weird traffic pattern here. One person actually veered off into the other side, and they should not. Oops. Hope they'll be okay. All right, well, where do I start? I am heading off to see the orthopedic doctor, physician's assistant, actually, and they're going to check out what seems to be the problem right now. I'm experiencing some sort of pinching, stabbing, uncomfortableness right above where I had the back surgery last year. And that's what they're going to be checking out. Of course, you know, in my current way of eating, losing weight, I'm still considered obese. So one big reason for me to lose weight is to get rid of the pouch, the below the belly, the weight on my core, if you will. That's a huge, huge deal. And it was a huge, huge deal when I weighed 363 pounds. However, I keep going down and down, but the pain persists. I'm staying true to the carnivore way of eating. There is no way that that occasional pickle or quarter cup of sauerkraut is setting me back at all. Like I told you yesterday, I finally broke my stall, and I had to take a picture of that for posterity to show that I finally broke the stall. So again, being positive, we're going to continue on. Now, yesterday, when I drive, you know, you have to pay attention to the road. And I realize a lot of people, I drive crazy when I drive and vlog. But really, for me, this is the only time I can do it at my house. But I'm always limited. I'm always in a rush. Hurry, hurry, go here, go there, do this, do that. I packed my lunch today. Guess what it is? Take a guess. If you guessed ground beef and a brand new bottle of Cholula, you win. I ate the last of the sour cream yesterday with the eggs. I made myself eggs, hard-boiled. ground beef, Cholula, and whatever was left. Maybe it was a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 if I'm stretching it, of the sour cream. That's tasty. It's like a ground beef stroganoff, spicy stroganoff. It's delicious. And the eggs gave me just that additional oomph insofar as protein is concerned. It was fabulous. People look at me at work just to see. No doubt their lunches are way different than mine. That's for sure. We had the testing yesterday, and I will show you later what my test results were for Quest Diagnostics when HR calls them in to test our physical, what our weight, height, etc., is. I was surprised this year, though, they did not measure our waist circumference. They didn't do that. Little surprising, but that's okay. I was just curious to see what it is. Take a guess at where I fall in the scale of obesity. That's right. I'm still at the bottom of the scale. I'm still obese. Thank goodness, though, when I look in the mirror, that when I see what I see, I no longer see the fat Jerry. So that's a perk. Today I'm actually matching. See my green nails? I'm actually matching my green shirt. I wore green all week. Take advantage of the green nail polish. Okay, enough of that squirrel moment. I have to get back at the topic I discussed yesterday, the WhatsApp app. So it is my understanding that our coaching, our carnivore class, the Kilt's Mighty Tribe, KMT, hashtag KMT, has a WhatsApp going on within the community. Listen, I have been so busy studying, working, cooking, dog, husband, that I don't do the WhatsApp that I originally have had with the group that I featured on Traffic Pattern. The group that I featured yesterday on my video. And once this class is over, I plan on jumping in on the WhatsApp app with the Kilt's Mighty Tribe, Kilt's Mighty Network. But if any of you are out there, down below in the comments, any of the Kilt's Mighty Network people that are on the WhatsApp app, please do me a favor. Drop down in the comments the link that I can get onto. Oh, I don't think you can. That's right, it's YouTube Inc. If any of you follow me on Instagram, send me a message there. Or you can leave a detailed message down below on how I can get to that app. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. After I'm done with the doctor, I have to go to a couple of stores, pick up a couple things, and gas up. So I will make sure to take you along every step of the way. Until then, for right now, I'm going to sign off. I will see you shortly at Mayo Clinic. Toodles for now. Okay, so I am upstairs in the neurosurgery area waiting to get in for my appointment. I'm 20 minutes early, so I thought I can YouTube real quick. I grabbed myself one of these Let's see if you can see it. One of these chairs. I'll show you. Maybe on the side you can see? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's a little wonky. But it's a long haul from the parking lot, which you have to register, go to X-ray, wait, and then they have this group called Step Force. It's people, usually volunteers, college people, high school kids, senior citizens, people even older than me, wheel people from wherever all over the hospital. So that is best for me because it's a long haul and I'm trying to save my back for later. So I'm going to get to some paperwork on the computer and I will talk to you later. This is way more convenient than me walking. I'd be huffing and puffing and in pain.
Yeah. No need to do that. Wait till you're ready and you'll know when that is.
Right. So convenient. See, look at the skies now. At least they're blue and the sun is out. I'll give that credit.
Somebody was telling me just recently that they had driven down from Bloomer, I think she said, and it had been kind of sprinkling. She had to have her wipers going off and on all the way down.
Oh, really? This is good. Right here, Anita. You can drop me off. Thank you ever so much. Well, that last clip you just saw was one of the volunteers taking me from one end of the Mayo Clinic here. I would venture to say probably two and a half city blocks to the parking lot. That was a haul. It really, it's really a haul. She said she's worked here for only 7 years, she said. So I give them a lot of credit. Good news. Good news is I don't need surgery. Hooray, hooray. I do have to have further testing to have an EMG. Of course, we know that that's nerves and nerve connectivity and all those things. That's already scheduled for next Thursday. So we have another ride to Mayo Clinic together. And then I have a neuromedicine appointment whereby it's done in radiology and they inject you with radiology solution, and then you have to wait with this dye and this radiology solution in your veins for 3 hours. So they said, oh yeah, after you're done, go shopping, go to Costco, come back in 3 hours. Like, c'est la vie, it's such an easy thing. So I giggled. And that'll be the following week. So that's interesting to find out those results in another week after I have that done. So that's good. But first and foremost is I don't need more surgery on that next area above in my spine. She said a lot of it has to do with the healing aspect. Like I do understand. Healing with the hip and healing with the back. The back was just done. Then this was done a year later. So they assured me I just need to still, Jerry, relax. Relax. You're still healing. Don't be in such a hurry, rush to heal. It's going to be a year. So, with that being said, patience is a virtue. Okay, I get it. I do get it. Tell that to my employer, though, because, well, I have been working for the company for almost 15 years. I get paid $25 as opposed to the new people off the street that get hired and get paid $13 an hour. Do you see where I'm going with this without me saying, yeah, I knew you did. So, am I looking at retirement sooner than maybe I wanted? Perhaps. But I'm going to fight it every step of the way because you know I'm feisty. And I'm cheap. And I want to be able to continue to work because, well, that's me. Okay, so the next step is I have to get to pick up a prescription for the muscle spasms that I'm experiencing. And that's just down the road. I hope I have time to go to Costco, but I'm not for sure positive. So let's go. I had to make an executive decision to gas up at half of a tank right now on a Friday while I'm at Eau Claire, or go to Costco and pick up some things that I need before the weekend rush. I have to come back for church either Saturday, tomorrow night at 5, or Sunday. Think. Costco it is. Okay, you guys know that I used to buy this for Jack. He used to like it. Can't freeze it. It is just poor in design for the paper as it relates to the cheese count. These are mixed cheeses. Ain't gonna happen. You know, this shenanigans, just no. But this stuff, you guys, I told you about this, Sargento. It's down to the last box. I am here. I am getting 2 because these freeze way better than the private reserve, the Adams Reserve. Yeah, and it looks like there's nowhere else. I'm gonna grab 2. Quick, grab them. Okay, from this Milwaukee girl, you gotta understand, if you ever see these in your Costco, the Uzickers beef frankfurters, heck of a deal. Excellent old world sausage, hot dogs, beef. This is from my hometown. So good. This also is a phenomenal product. I learned about this from Bobby, Flav City, the Dietz and Watson organic turkey. I gave my last one away and time to stock up. I'm gonna grab 2. Let's go. Just a FYI, for those of you that are salsa lovers, this is $5.99, all organic salsa, all the things, all the plants if you're interested in it. Then they have their Mateos at $4.99, not organic. Which one do you think you might want to choose? Organic or none? Well, yay me. I got out of Costco under $150. Now that was a first. Okay, Cindy, I'm talking to you. I have the volume up as far as I can on my phone and as far as I can on my microphone headset. So I am hoping that my volume is good. So do let me know if the volume is good after my Costco visit. I appreciate your feedback. I really do. Heck, anybody. At any given time, I am open to constructive criticism. So if you see something wonky, hear something wonky on my video, please let me know. Cindy gave me a tip on my last video about the volume. So I upped everything. I turned everything to the maximum that I possibly can. And I'm hoping that that is a good thing. Okay. I am heading to work. 1 hour and 15 minutes to go. Pardon me. I want to talk about today the shopping at Costco, whether you're hungry or not hungry. This morning, I left early. I didn't eat any breakfast. Pardon me just a moment. Pardon me. I didn't eat anything, and I actually picked up the ribs from Costco to have those once I get to work, and then whatever's left over I'm going to take home. I didn't want to get a whole chicken. I went that route with the chicken last time, and I know it's because of the rub and the seasonings they put on. So I didn't want to grab the wings, but I grabbed the pork instead, hoping that that will not open up the floodgates and drain my sinuses like the chicken did. I should have gotten water when I was at Costco. The carts of the people are very different on the weekday as opposed to the weekends. There's not a lot of children during the weekday, and I think the majority of kids went to school already, but I wasn't swayed by anything. Was I hungry? Well, I didn't eat anything today, so yesterday I had my 3 egg life wrap tacos that I made, the usual for work, and the other stuff just doesn't interest me. I did get a cardigan, but that has nothing to do with food. It was navy blue, and I need another cardigan because of work, because it's freezing in there. So that was the truly only impulse buy that I needed. Everything else was things that I needed. A fabric softener that I get. I like going into the fabric softener sheets when I get into bed. It's a nice smelly thing for me, but that's me. I know scents and all that whole natural thing with people is different, but I'm a Downy girl. I was raised on Downy. I've just elevated myself to those Downy add-ins. I bought the rinse and refresh from Sam's Club when it was on sale, but the Downy wasn't necessarily an impulse buy. It was just a new scent, something spa scent, and all I had at my house was Downy rinse and refresh, which doesn't do much for me insofar as the scents are concerned, jumping in the sheets at night. The sample people are out there, and of course they try to hawk you, drink these greens, drink this drink, and then I'll pick up the carb count and I look at them and the ingredients, natural flavors. I'm not rude to the people, but no thank you, I'm very polite about that. The lines are less with the people trying all the samples on Friday as opposed to the weekends. I did pick up some Daisy sour cream, and of course the cheese for Jack. I made sure I stocked up on that because it may not be around next time, and I know that you can freeze that, but the Adams Reserve, no, don't get it. Just don't. And I'm not sure if across America that they have the Sargento Real American cheese across America. I don't know. But the sour cream, for example, there were 3 different dates, and I didn't have to go very far in the case, but there was one that expired, the sour cream, one that expired on the 19th of September, one that expired on the 22nd of September, and the one I got was until, get this, November. So I don't know if the September ones were there as an accident. Maybe they were kept in the other part of the refrigerated warehouse, but you really have to check the dates. So even with the Dietz and Watson turkey that I picked up, I made sure I checked that date because I freeze them. And I gave my last pack to the sister when I was down in Madison last weekend. It's that good of a product. I am very persnickety when it comes to the turkey. I love the flavor of it. It's very delicious. I don't like the Kirkland. It seems like the Kirkland is processed turkey, almost like a bits and pieces turkey loaf made into a big loaf that they ended up slicing. I'm not sure, but the flavor's just not there with the Kirkland. I bought it before. Kirkland seems a little more smoky tasting. It's, I want to say $8 cheaper. The Kirkland was in comparison to the Dietz and Watson organic. So when it comes to, again, being savings minded, yes, I am a very savings minded person. However, some of the things that I ingest, yeah, I'm persnickety about. So when I passed the Jack's Cantina, which I used to always buy at Costco when I did the keto, that in comparison to the Mateo's is not organic, and it was cheaper than the Jack's Cantina, which was $1 more, but that has a fresher taste to it. So if you who eat salsa, your family or your friends, or you're doing it for parties, if I was to have a party, for example, I would choose the Jack's Cantina for the party, and the Siete chips, nacho chips, for a party. I did not pick up any of the cheese because the bags to me are too much. If I buy cheese at the store, and that would have been an impulse buy for me, by the way. If I buy cheese at the store, I would prefer, if I'm going to eat it, I don't eat Jack's American cheese, albeit very, very rare, but nevertheless, it is a real product. It's not like the Kraft cheese in the paper. It's a good product. So the cheddar that they had was not the big bags. It was just too much, and it's not organic, and I didn't feel like buying a big block of it. So I'm probably going to end up, when I go to church, going across the street to Aldi's and getting myself an organic aged cheese, aged cheddar at Aldi's, because I like to shred it myself. Albeit very rare, but that's the game plan. And that is it for the impulse part of this video right now. Greetings. I interrupt our regularly scheduled programs to give you two messages. First off, on Sunday, I'll be interviewed on Rockin' Coach Amy's channel. And I went right before doing this right now to her channel for the community page to see what time it's going to be on Sunday. And it's not there. So I'm just going from my memory. I think it's 6 o'clock Eastern time, I think. Not sure. Amy, chime down below and let us know so that if you want to hear my story on Amy's channel, by all means, come on down. Secondly, I want to do a product review of 2 products, 2 makeup removers. I've purchased both of them from Costco, and I want to show you the difference. First off, I'll show you the big boxes of them. This is the least expensive, the Kirkland Daily Makeup Remover Towelettes, and the Neutrogena Makeup Towelettes, and then they have the packet of Boost, Hydro Boost. Okay, this is more expensive. This is $19 and change, and it is how many ounces? 125 count ultra soft cleansing towelettes. And this is 180 count. Comparing the 2 of them, the one on top is the Neutrogena, and the one below in the back side is the Kirkland Daily Makeup Remover Towelettes. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison so that you can see and wipe accordingly so that you can see that as well. Kirkland, again, is the larger one, and the Neutrogena is the smaller. Just mascara because that's all I use on a regular basis. So here goes. I'm going to spend the same amount of time, and I'm just going over the top. A little more dramatic, I realize. That was 10 wipes each one. 10 wipes each one. There's more. I get more off with the Neutrogena. Okay, I'm going to continue on. And I'm going to go the underside, the lower lash, if you will. I'm going very gently, but wiping the same amount. Neutrogena and Kirkland. For the money, I like the Neutrogena. You'll see the Kirkland over here. It left a lot of the black behind from the black mascara, and it extended out. The 2 comparison again. For the money and effectiveness, I choose the Neutrogena. I'm going to finish going around the entire eye here. The Kirkland has more of a different scent. Not offensive, but it's just different. Kirkland, Neutrogena. I think the Neutrogena has more of a moisturizing feel to it. Now, this is not the Hydro Boost Neutrogena, but the Kirkland doesn't leave that much of a moisture. It's almost more drying of an effect. And if we go up close, oh, it's going to be hard to go up close, especially in the light. Let me bring it up and show you. This is Neutrogena. This is Kirkland. You see there's still more mascara left behind with the Kirkland. It is not as effective as, not as effective as the Neutrogena. So Just a quick side-by-side comparison to show you the product. Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled program, and I hope to see you on Coach Amy's channel on Sunday evening. Cheers for now. Enjoy the rest of the show. So what's the game plan for the weekend, Jerry? Well, obviously, you know, either Saturday, tomorrow, or Sunday, I'll be going to church. I'm thinking more along the lines of Sunday because I want to wake up early tomorrow. And there's no Dr. Kilt show on tomorrow. I want to wake up early tomorrow, do some laundry, vacuum, use my new floor scrubber. I'm so excited about that. And I'm not going to the sisters. Remember, bear in mind, I have to save up to pay for this stupid door latch. No, that chunk of change. And when my sister, and granted she doesn't have a car and she doesn't realize it, but when I was down there, she took a bag of stuff in the bag and put it on top of my hood, but got the windshield. And yes, Lynn, I know you're doing this, Lynn. No. Yes, broke the windshield. So that's another $350. So between the windshield and the door, I still have to do the kilt class, so I'm going to be studying for that, but I don't think I'll be making any trips too soon. Granted, the things that I got from Costco, that costed money, and did I really need a $16 sweater for work? Yes, I do. Because I don't want to wear my good church sweater to work, if you know what I mean. I'd rather wear a cheap Costco $16 shirt if it gets yucked up. They still have the air conditioning on, even though right now it's 55 degrees, so it's going to be very cool in the plant. But I gotta watch my pennies because, yes, Christmas is coming up. I don't know if we're going anywhere for Christmas. I have been, well, since last year when we couldn't go down to Kenosha by the girls, we still have the Christmas gifts. Now, let me tell you, it's not gifts for people, okay? We do games, and when the games are played, the winners get to pick the gifts, the prizes, some of which are gag gifts. They're not crazy gifts. For example, one of the gifts was a can of sardines that after somebody won this game, say stacking the solo cups or whatever the case may be, the granddaughter won the game and she got to choose out of any of the gifts she wanted. Some were really big, so you think, oh, big gift, big prize. Not necessarily, because good things come in small packages. So I had some small packages for gifts. Well, in the small package, it was a can of sardines. So Savannah was like, what is this? Gay gift, bad gift. I mean, she could have got a car wash with drip. That was another one, or a gift card. But I digress again. I still have Christmas gifts that need to be opened and come up with different games to be played. So whether we go to Kenosha, see, I was thinking, because we have to, now that Mary Jo and I were back again talking, my mindset was I would spend, say, a day with Mary Jo and then continue on and then visit with the girls and then do the gifts and the prizes what I'm used to doing with Mary Jo and my nephews, with their gathering, and then continue on with the other half of the gifts and the games down to Kenosha. But it's too early to call right now. And I just dread, I love visiting, I dread driving in the snow. And down to Kenosha at this point in time, remember, I make 2 stops right now traveling to Mary Jo's, and she's just north of Madison. And I make 2 stops, one to gas up, one for potty, both stretching and walking and working the legs. But I don't know what Christmas is going to involve. And I really want to buckle down on this session, this last session, which of course is one of the last sessions, but this past week's session about the coaching aspect, listening to a coach. When I was at work, I didn't hear a lot of it. We had that company meeting about the wage increase, and some of the transmissions bad because in a metal building in the middle of an industrial park, sometimes it's hard to get reception, especially for something I'm really engrossed in, like my classes and learning. So I have to listen to the entire class again and gain some information insofar as what a coach thinks about coaching people and some of her tips on how to do it. So that's my busy weekend. I don't know if I'm going to jump in later and do a video. I want to say no, just because I think I'm just being lazy today. But I'm definitely going to be busy this weekend, and I'm going to take the weekend off from videoing. What? No! Jerry, keep us around, keep us abreast. Last month we did the fasting with our church on Monday during the month of September, so now the fasting is done on Monday. So I will resume again next Monday. Monday Fun Day. Kelly Hogan in class and all the tanning and all the things. And I'm going to see if maybe I can recoup some money for car repairs by working some overtime next week. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. But thanks for coming along with me today. I appreciate it. Today was an early day, a busy day, a full day. And I hope to see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, go to church. Toodles. Have a great weekend.